So have you ever noticed when you're Betfair trading, you have to do quite a lot of things at the exact same time. You have to spot the perfect point to enter your trade or your position into the market. You've got to be on the lookout for a big player coming along and ruining your setup at the click of a button. And once you've entered your position, you've got to be thinking about getting your position back out on the other side of the book to complete your trade and make your profit. Now, you may have seen on some of the trading videos that I've published, I always like to batch my offset orders in various increments across various prices, and this is also known as iceberging out of a position as well. Now, I actually do this at the click of a button on my keyboard or on my mouse. It's super easy, it's super efficient, and it requires very little brain space whatsoever. Now, of course, this can be beneficial for various different reasons, such as getting a good average exit price, extending your green zone once you're trading should something untoward happen within the market, which effectively moves the price back to where it started. And of course, once your stakes get large enough, you need to do this so you don't scare the market and have a large slug of money sat at any one individual price. So in this video, I want to show you not only how you can replicate this file that I've created, which will allow you to offset your bets with one click on the mouse. I'll actually give you a free download of the file as well, so you can implement this into your own trading strategy at the click of a button and save yourself some much needed brain space when you're trading. Okay, so what is this file that I've created within the market which will allow you to do this really quickly and really efficiently? Now, I should just point out really quickly, this isn't a default setting within the software that I use. I personally use BetAngel. I've actually created this myself in the automation ecosystem, and at any point you can go ahead and download this file completely free using the link which is down below in the description box of this video. However, before you do that, I recommend that you check out this video in its entirety so you can have a full understanding of exactly what's going on with this bot and exactly what you need to know in order to use it with your trading. Automation is a really, really powerful tool. It will do exactly what you tell it to do in black and white with no ambiguity in between the lines. So with that, you need to be fully responsible with what you're doing when you're using it and have a very vast understanding of what exactly you're doing when you're implementing it as well. Okay, so I'll show you a quick example of what we're trying to achieve with this automation / bot file. So I'm just looking at this market right here, which, as you can see on the clock in the top left hand corner, is going down much later on at the time that I'm looking at it. So if I was doing this properly, there would be no way that I'd be trading this far out. I'm just showing you this as a quick example. But let's say we want to back this runner with a £10 stake. So let's do that. And as you can see, that order has gone into the market. Now we'll then want to split up my exit orders, my offset positions, across various different prices in equal increments going down the ladder. And you can see that's what I've done right here. However, can you see how long that took to do that? I needed to place my bet into the market in the first place, and then I needed to waste my time adding offset bets across 10 ticks going down the ladder, and that took up quite a lot of time and quite a little bit of brain space as well. So that is why I've created this bot file, this automation file, which will do this all automatically for you, whatever your net stake is, at the click of a button on your mouse. Okay, so this is how we actually switch on this bot file and make our lives much easier. So what we need to do is click on the servant manager, which is this option right here. And once you click it, if it disappears almost immediately, what it's done is it's actually snapped to the background. It's a bit of an annoying feature within this software, I think. So just minimize your main screen, click on this pin icon, and then that will bring it to the front and you'll be good to go from there. So then once you've got the servant manager open on your software, if you're using BetAngel, you then want to download the bot files that I've created using the link down below in the description box of the video. So I've created two separate bot files for doing this. One of them offsets back bets and one of them offsets lay bets. So it depends what position you're taking, whether you're laying and whether you're backing will determine which bot you want to use when you're doing this. Okay, so what I want to do is use the bot file which offsets lay bets, as I'm going to be backing first, as I expect the price will get shorter. So once you've downloaded whichever file that you want to use, what you want to do then is click here and choose import a rules file. And then you want to locate the area in which you've saved these bot files to your computer. Click on the one that you want to import and then click on open. And then once you've done that, that will add the bot file or the automation file to this drop down list, as you can see right here. So you can see this is the one that we want. We want to back first, and as a result of that, offset our lay bets further down the ladder. And once you do that, and once that bot file is displayed within this box right here, that effectively means that this is ready to be implemented into the market. And every time that you reload up your software, you will need to do this process to make sure that the bot is armed and ready to be used within the market. So as you can see, if we look at this box right here, if you look to the left hand side of it, can you see how it says control and left click? This is basically the trigger for the bot being activated in the market. So if we do this over the runner that we're trading and over the specific ladder that we're trading, control and left click, we will then activate the bot on that specific runner. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll perform a trade for you in the market using the automation file. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how this will work in a real environment. It's going to be really simple. I'm going to focus on my entry point, so my back bet going into the market. Once it's in, I'll use my offsetting bot by clicking control and left click, and that will do all the hard work for me. Okay, so I'm just looking at the second favourite here. I think this is going to be the one which comes down in price, so I'm probably going to use about £100 stake on this one. So I'll put £50 in there, put another £50 in just below that price, and then we have a £100 stake filled on the runner. Now what I'll do is I'll hit control and left click. As you can see, I've done that right there, and that has immediately offset my offset bets along the lay side of the ladder across various ticks, as we touched on earlier on. That's what it was going to do. Now what I'm doing now is I'm watching to see if the price starts to regress and get shorter, and if it does and I feel like it's going to push through those prices where the offset orders are, I can simply cancel them off using a keyboard shortcut and then reapply the same technique again. So as you can see, one of them has just been taken, so we've got £90 left to go of our offset bets. I'll cancel those off, and now what I'll do, if the price comes down even further, is I'll reapply the same bot, control and left click. And can you see, there we go again, offset bets match the net stake, and same principle again. I'll look to cancel these bets off using the top button right here. It's flew through again, so I'll cancel those off. Same principle again, control and left click, and boom, in they go again. They match up with a net stake, and can you see how easy and stress-free that is? Instead of having to do that manually and take up loads of time and loads of brain space when everything's moving really quickly, it's just such a good feature to have. So as you can see, that worked out pretty well. I focused on my entry point, that being my back bet, and then I simply let the bot do all the hard work just by simply clicking control and left click, and that offset my orders further down the ladder, so I didn't need to use extra brain space, and that allowed me to look across the market at various other things. And as I touched on earlier on, this can work exactly the opposite way around as well. So if you're laying first and you want to offset back bets further up the ladder, you can use the opposite bot to achieve that as well. And you can actually add both pieces of automation to the servant manager at the exact same time. So let's say this time I want to add the lay bet rule. I can once again click on rules within the servant manager tab right here and locate the area in which I've got the lay first bot saved on my computer. And then once I've opened the bot in the servant manager, I then have the option to add the bot to one of the remaining two drop-down boxes within the servant manager. So this time I'll choose to add this bot, this automation file, to the last drop-down box within this servant manager. And can you see, this time to activate the bot on a specific runner, I need to use Alt and left click over the runner that I'm targeting. So if I'm targeting the favourite, obviously I'm looking at ladder 1. If my mouse is highlighted over that and I click on Alt left click, that will activate the bot on that specific runner. And once again, if you do want these for free, the link is down below in the description box of this video. And on top of that, I've also got my link to my pre-off horse racing trading series as well. If you're looking to start making long-term profits out of trading these markets, it's the best resource online in my opinion if you're looking to achieve that. I've got that link down below in the description as well. Now finally, I just want to talk to you about a few final things which relate to these bots. So these bots will work from 5 hours and 10 minutes before post time down to dead on the post time of the horse race in each market. As you can see, once the automation file has been triggered, it will place 10% of the net stake across various different prices, starting at 4 ticks below the best back price and ranging down to 13 ticks below the best price as well. It just works the opposite way around if you're placing a lay bet first and therefore you're offsetting back bets further up the ladder. Now these automation files are sensitive to the placement of your cursor on your computer screen. So if you're trading the favourite and therefore you're looking at the first ladder, you need to have your cursor on top of the first ladder for the bot to activate on that specific runner. And finally, the automation file is set to offset whatever your net stake is into the market across various different ticks. So for example, if you have a £100 net stake and you use the bot, it will offset the £100 across various ticks using £10 increments. However, if you already have a £100 net stake in the market, but you already have £60 of unmatched offset bets in the market, and then you choose to implement the bot by using Control and left click or Alt and left click or whichever option you want to use, the bot will simply offset the entire net stake across those various ticks. It's important to note that the bot won't offset the difference between the unmatched offset bets and your net stake. It will simply offset the entire net stake across various ticks in equal increments. So yeah, have a play around with these bots. It will free up a lot of brain space for you, which is obviously very good for your trading, and it will allow you to take on much more information, what's going on within the entirety of the market. Now next up, if you want to see these bots in action, where I use them myself to make a profit out of the market, you should click on this video right here, and that will give you a detailed overview of exactly how they work.